Hey guys, so I created this drag and drop activity in Google Draw that focuses on fractions and it's geared towards a third grade math class. On the left hand side, I have included my directions for student use as well as breaking it up into part A and part B. Here I think I applied the segmenting principle because I think that overall the task is requiring them to complete multiple steps, but it's also presented in small chunks, which is why I broke it up into part A and part B. Many of the park assessment items are multi-step problems for the students, and as a school we struggle with this, so I tried to incorporate an activity that the third grade math teacher would be able to use with her students to kind of get her students ready for a park. The other thing is I think that I also applied the signaling principle in this activity, where I think that by me adding these visuals, the picture, it causes the student to draw attention to the picture as the main focus, and that is the essential material that I want them to focus on, because both part A and part B have to do with this main picture. So now for part A, they're being asked to fill in the blank for the denominator that's missing. So in order for them to do that, they have to use my visual and access the missing parts to determine what the denominator is. So I think that I used a good visual representation by creating equal size parts with my carrot picture, and all I did was just I duplicated it so it would be the same size. And then here I also know that they struggle with representing fractions on a number line, and so I also included that question here under part A: which letter best represents the fraction on the number line? And then they can record their answer here: A, B, C, D, or E. And then for part B, this one, it steps it up a little bit. I asked them to now think about Jake rearranging his garden, where now he'll have half carrots and then the other half would be lettuce. However, the lettuce is obviously a different size than the carrots. So I created this to allow them to drag and drop in order for them to cover the space. Now, if they use these, or if the teacher teaches them to use these, it would be helpful for them to use it to get their answer a lot easier with the visual component. The drag and drop allows for them to manipulate it and, play with it a little to figure out what the correct answer is. So once they cover it, they should see that, oh, it takes 8 lettuce to cover half of the garden. So now that means that I have to change my denominator as well. Now, they could cover the entire thing with the lettuces if that's what they choose to do. But I think allowing them to make that choice, it's possible by me adding this visual here. So I think that helps the student make meaning and understand what they're being asked to do with these visuals. So again, I think that this activity will help the students prepare for park, give them some practice with using drag and drop, which is a part of park. Also help them make connections with the use of the visual manipulative. And I think that it'll help for our students who have difficulty with making meaning with paper and pencil activities similar to this.